Welcome to the unusual review of White Dwarf. Today we're going to look at issues 23 and 24, and we're going to have a quick look back at issue 22 because I've done only a picture and text review of that issue. Unfortunately, why I'm filming this only now, our local post office and local Games Workshop management is failing to deliver White Dwarfs to my local shop on time, and usually they arrive on Monday or Tuesday after the Saturday. Unfortunately, I don't know why it happens, but it happens and it takes place, and I can't record those videos for you, so I'm only going to do it now. So after we review the White Dwarfs, we're going to have a look at the Codex Orks and the supplement Waaagh Ghazghkull. So I hope you guys want to watch it, and we're going to start off with White Dwarfs, Codex, supplement. See you in a second. So, a quick look back at issue 22. Issue 22, which came out with Meganobs on the front cover. And in this issue, we've got plenty of cool new stuff for Orks. I mean, some of this stuff is very new, and some of this stuff is just repackaged. So what do we get? We get Meganobs with the option to do a Big Mech in Mega Armor. The Big Mech that can carry a custom force field and teleporter blaster, or whatever it's called. Some freaking looking name, weapon. Additionally, we've got Truck Boys and a Death Roller battle wagon. Truck Boys is basically a unit of boys with a transport for them. So it's 10 boys with a truck, and Death Roller battle wagon is a way to sell all those manufactured Death Rollers, which are unfortunately crap in the new Ork Codex, but we're gonna get to that later. So one more thing that's coming out is that came out already, sorry. Ork Dread Mob, which is a limited run of 2 dreads in one box, saving a lot, some money. And any saving in this hobby is a lot. So additionally, we get information about the Warhammer Visions with Orks, an overthink book, and so on, and a couple of articles on how to kit bash stuff. On issue 23. In issue 23 we've got, let me just get to it, we've got not much for Orks in terms of models. In terms of models, we get a mech mob, which contains a Dread, 3 Meganobs, truck, 10 boys, mech, and that's it. Yeah, and that's it. So this set will be, or is, £100, 125 euros, or $160. That's quite interesting. If you are starting off with Orks and you really like the Orks, this is the kit to go for. Additionally, you can buy the Stormclaw Mega Set, starter set, that is coming out next week or in 2 weeks' time. And that's going to be a good start for your Orky army. Additionally, we get Sanctus Reach, the Red Waaagh, which is like a campaign book with rules for playing campaigns, for playing new Planet Strike missions, and all information on how to play campaign in Warhammer 40k. You can buy the big set, the book, which is £130, 39 euros, or $49.50. But you can also buy it in a big Sanctus Reach Volume 1, which will contain the book and the novella Sanctus Reach Evil Sun Rising. And that set will cost you £50, 65 euros, or $85. So what's the difference? The difference is that if you buy the Red Waaagh on its own, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like a normal book, a normal codex. If you buy it in the Sanctus Reach Volume 1, you're gonna get it in a nice slip box. You can slide those the Red Waaagh supplement. You can slide the novella inside there, but you pay a bit more for that. In Polish money, it's 40 zloty more, which is something like 8 quid or something like that. So it's not much more, but it's still more money for the same stuff, the same content, just repackaged with a nice cover. So the rest of the magazine is about playing campaigns. So there's plenty of tips and tricks on how to play a campaign, how to set it up, how to run it in your hobby, store in the hobby environment, gaming environment in your local club. So the issue 24, we're going to have a look at, as I call it in Polish version, a mental look at issue 24. The most important thing in issue 24 is going to be the Stormclaw starter set. The Stormclaw starter set is going to be, not sure about the price, something like $130, which is £70, I believe. But anyway, it's a great deal. What do you get in this box set? You get 3 killer cans, you get 10 Gretchen with front turret, you get 5 knobs, normal knobs, not mega knobs, 5 normal knobs, and you get the limited run Drag the Face Reaper War Boss from Sanctus Reach campaign thingy. On the Space Wolf side, because you get Orks and Space Wolves, on the Space Wolf side you get 5 Wolf Guard, 5 Space Wolves Terminators, and 5 Space Wolves Tactical Marines of some sort. All in all, 5 Power Armor Space Marines, Space Wolves, and 5 Terminator Armor Space Wolves. Additionally, again, you get a character, Crom, I believe. He's called Crom something, and he's also a character in his Terminator armor. All these miniatures, except for those 2 characters, which are new models, completely new models, are just the normal, or the rumor says, normal repackaged models. So what they've they've taken the box of killer cans, emptied out, and chucked it in the box. On top of it, on top of all those models, they chucked the new rulebook, a 7th edition rulebook in the paperback cover. It's not hardback. In the pictures it looks like it's hardback, but it's not. If you read the text on the Games Workshop website, it's just a paperback, so it's nice and soft, small, perfect stuff for carrying out in your bag and so on and so on. Obviously, templates, rulers, dice, and all these kind of things. So that's what we get in issue 24, which is coming out next week. Well, actually came out this Saturday. I'm getting mixed up with this lack of white physical copy of White Wolf. So yeah, it came out this Saturday, and that's what you're gonna get next Saturday. That would be it for the review of the White Dwarfs. Now, after a short commercial break, we're gonna go to Codex Orks and we're gonna have a look at it. Thank you. Okay, so Ork Codex. If you haven't seen it yet, this is how it looks like. This is the Ork Codex. Nice hardback copy, and the quality that we already got used to with Games Workshop publications. Very high quality, all colorful pages, all color pages, plenty of high quality pictures to look at, and the new rules and everything. So, what's different about this codex? Obviously it's a 7th edition codex, and all the rules are for 7th edition. So we are finally the first race, the first faction to get the codex in the new Warhammer 40k edition. As you can see over here, we have it changed. The Games Workshop changed it a bit, and we don't have like small entries. We have full page data slates, as they are called right now, with a picture of a miniature, not an artwork, just a picture of miniature. That's why probably Looted Wagon is not in the codex. That's why it disappeared, because Games Workshop doesn't have a model for Looted Wagon. There are rumors that there might be a kit for converting Rhinos, Land Raiders, Chimeras and other guard units, vehicles. There is a rumor like that. I don't believe it, to be honest, because there are plenty bits in other sets, and if we had to buy a kit to make a looted Rhino, then we wouldn't be buying Rhinos and we wouldn't be buying any other Orky bits to have the bits to loot the Rhino with, if you catch my drift. Anyway, what has changed with Orks? There are plenty of nerfs. Nerfs, meaning, for those who don't know, things that have been weakened, how our Orks have been weakened. Most important one is the mob rule. It has completely changed. Orks don't have fearless anymore. What else have changed? Custom force field has changed. It's not cover safe anymore, so it's a buff. It's a upgrade. It's not cover safe. It's an invulnerable save. It's still 5+, but I think invulnerable save is much more important and much more valuable than a cover save, which can be easily negated by templates and barrage weapons and so on. Yeah. So how the mob rule changed? Right now, previously we had every unit of 10 or more Orks was fearless. As simple as that. But it became overpowered a little bit because Orks never ran. And in my opinion, when I looked at other people, it never forced anyone to play aggressively. I mean, it didn't. People play Orks aggressively, but didn't force them to play aggressively. Why? Because you could put this unit of 30 boys on an objective, especially playing like big games, and just leave it there. And enemy would have to spend like 2 or 3 turns killing them, while in the same time all your other units would do some stuff around them. So right now, whenever you've got a unit, your unit is forced to take leadership test. You roll on a table, you roll on a d6 table, and depending on the results, you either flee, you either take wounds, and if you don't have wounds to take, you flee, or if you don't have a war boss or an independent character, then you flee and take wounds, and so on and so on. So it's more complicated, more rolls and so on, and stuff like that. But all in all, I think if you play small units of Orks anyway, like 10 boys or 12 boys in a truck and rush them forwards, it doesn't really make much difference. Unless your truck explodes and they are pinned and make one leadership test and then they fail, for instance, and they take some wounds while the truck explodes. So it's risky, but I think it just forces us to play differently. The other thing that changed, that was nerfed, was the Death Roller. The Death Roller has been horribly nerfed. Previously, it was a d6 strength 10 hits on a battle wagon if it ran into a unit. If this unit decided to take a Death for Glory challenge and failed it, it would get additional d6 strength 10 hits. Right now, you pay less for the Death Roller, pay 10 points instead of 20, I believe, and instead of rushing into the unit, you only can do it when you tank shock, right? So it's not just by movement. You have to make a tank shock, and obviously when you do it by movement, you can turn and twist and turn your vehicle. If you tank shock, you need to do it in a straight line. So it's a waste of movement, and that's not it. Then the unit needs to decide to make a Death of Glory and fail it. So there are 2 conditions to meet to make a D3 strength 8 or strength 6 hit, I believe. So it's even that is weakened. I mean, horrible stuff. I mean, Death Rollers were cool. You put them on battle wagon and just rush the enemy, and they are in fear, because even Terminators, Space Marines, you know, they roll 2 pluses to. I mean, you roll 2 pluses to wound, and then they just have to, you know, use the armor save. And if they fail, that's, you know, that's horrible. So, what else changed in the book? There are plenty of new cool things like the Ghazghkull and Waaagh, obviously. There are things like the new mech guns in the book already. There are things like the Big Mech that can wear a mega armor like it used to, and be in a unit of mega nobs straight away. So you get a unit of mega nobs, and you can upgrade one to Big Mech or use them one as a Big Mech with custom force, but then they just go in the, you know, mega armors. So that's pretty cool. You get mechs, just mechs. There's a rule mechanic that for every HQ that you use, which is not a Big Mech or a mech, you can take additional mech by paying points for him, but he doesn't use up an HQ slot or any slot whatsoever. So you can have 3 warbosses and 3 mechs. These mechs can't take custom force field, but they can still, you know, fix stuff, and you can put them in Ghazghkull or Waaagh, and they can just sit there and just keep, you know, tapping the pipes and fixing those 5 hull points of Gorkanaut and Morkanaut. So that's pretty cool. The biggest buff that we received is that all Orc boys can take heavy armor. That's amazing. 4 points. For every single unit you can take heavy armor. Amazing. The next buff is that looters, burners and tankbusters can take trucks as transport. That's amazing. Imagine a unit of 12 burners rushing 25 inches, because as a truck you move 12 inches, you then turbo boost or go flat out 13 inches if you get a red paint job, and next turn you just shoot and these guys jump out, position themselves and put 10 to 12 templates on a unit of Space Marines, unit of Terminators, you name it. They cannot withstand that amount of fire, and because they are not charging, there's no overwatch. So there's 12 units. They may die after that. Most probably they will die. But if you have this particular unit that you need to take out, do it with burners. If you want to have artillery taken down, take looters. Move them onto the side. Maybe not artillery, but heavy unit. Move them to the side, 25 inches. Position them, and then next turn, when your enemy is just thinking about something else, you shoot them with, I don't know, 12 looters, if you're lucky, 36 shots. The same with tankbusters. If you have this, even a Gorkanaut or Morkanaut on the other side, or I don't know, Dread Knight or Riptide, whatever, use tankbusters to destroy them, because they have tank hunter special rule, so that gives you reroll, that gives you special, amazing, cool stuff. So yeah. More or less, that's the stuff that changed in the new rulebook. If you played Orks, you will need to get this book. You know that. And with the new set coming out, you need this book. You need to play the Orks, and you will not regret it. And there are some people that say, "Oh, Orks are horrible in this edition. This is the worst Ork Codex because it doesn't play as Orks." Really, it actually plays very fluffy. I mean, I played a couple of games with it already, and yes, I used my Orks with heavy armor. I put them in the trucks and I rushed my enemy, and it worked. I completely wiped out Imperial Guard. I completely wiped out Howling Griffins, which is Space Marines. I'm yet waiting to wipe out Chaos, with my friends who are playing the games with me, and see how it's gonna fare in with different opponents. But so far, so good. I mean, I'm loving it. I haven't used it in a large scale, so just like 1000 points games, because I really needed to take my head around the new codex and the new rules, but it works. It is quite cool. So to all who hate and who are selling their old models, who are selling their old books, selling their old Orks, do that. Leave Orks alone. We're gonna get cheap models on eBay, we're gonna get cheap books on eBay, those guys who are actually wanting to play Orks. Because if you're complaining about this book, you are not Orky enough and you should go away. That's the nicest way I can put it. So let's have a look at Waaagh Ghazghkull. See you guys in a second. So, Waaagh Ghazghkull, the Ork supplement that came out this week. Again, same with the Codex, hardback copy, almost as thick as the Codex itself, 108 pages if I'm not mistaken. What do we find in Waaagh Ghazghkull? What can we find more in Waaagh Ghazghkull that we couldn't find in Ork Codex? Well, in Ork Codex, Ghazghkull is only a Lords of War choice, and that's as much as we hear about him. Obviously we've got him in fluff bits, but that's just a short mention, because Ork Codex concentrates on all clans, on all different speed freaks, bad moons, evil sons, evil speed freaks, snake bites, and so on, blood axes. Waaagh Ghazghkull concentrates only on Ghazghkull and its war, which should be self-explanatory. So we've got, I think, 29 pages dedicated to Ghazghkull and all the units, all the fluffy formations, so we can see different war bosses, because as you know, Ghazghkull is like an overlord war boss, but there are some other war bosses, different small Waaaghs that joined Ghazghkull, and plenty of background on the Orks themselves, plenty of artwork of the clans that joined Ghazghkull in the meantime. Weapons, we've got the new weapons that are in the Ork Codex, but we've got additional weapons that only exist over here, so that's pretty cool. Additionally, we've got formations that are quite amazing, and warlord traits for use only if you want to use this supplement as your main detachment. So we've got warlord traits, we've got Orkimedes custom gubbins. So as I was saying in one of the other episodes, Orkimedes made his appearance. He's here in some form or another. We've got 6 of different weapons, like Chopper of the Ragnarok, the Killer Claw, Mega Force Field, and which gives 4+ invulnerable save. Amazing. Kill Daka, the Super Cyborg, and so on and so on. But what's more important, we've got the Great War detachment. So if you want to use it, you can have up to 8 troop choices, but you need to have 2 basic. You can have up to 5 elite choices, but you need to have 1 at least, and 2 HQs, and you need to have 1 at least, 1 HQ choice. So we've got the data sheets, the data sheets, that is, of formations. We've got Council of Waaagh, which is Ghazghkull with plenty of knobs and Big Macs. We've got Ghazghkull Bully Boys that we know from Apocalypse. And I think that moving them over here into this supplement means that we're not going to see Apocalypse 3 anymore, or Apocalypse Reloaded 2, because there's no point. We can just play Unbounded. Why should you bother with Apocalypse right now? We've got the Vulture Squad, we've got the Blitz Brigade, which is right now Games Workshop is saying, and even they've got it on the picture. It's three battle wagons, like in the previous one, Steamroller or something like that. It was called. Right now they're saying to you, buy another 2 battle wagons because you need them to play this Blitz Brigade formation. We've got the Dread Mob, which is plenty of Dreads, Cans, and Gorkanotes and Morkanotes. We've got Boss Snickrot's Red Skull Commando, 4 units of Commandos and a Snickrot, and the usual Green Tide. So you can use all these formations to play your games with the Ghazghkull supplement. And that's all. What's more is 3 additional Altar of War missions. So we get the standard 3 missions to play, the Might Makes Right, the Waaagh, and the Cunning Plan. I'm not going to go into details what they are on about, but they're not on about. They are all about. But you can if you win the roll-off to choose the mission, you can decide to use one of these missions. You don't have to play this Ghazghkull detachment. You don't need to use this army, but you can use these missions. So that's pretty cool because they make those missions more orky, and I believe that every faction will get some of these books, and some of them already got them. So there are more missions because there are 3 Altar of War, so like the basic ones, but there are Echoes of War. There are 5, I believe. Uniting the Clans, the Second War for Armageddon, the Fall of High Volcanus, War on Piscina 4, the Third War for Armageddon, the Battle of Gatana Bay, the Green Beast and the Leviathan, so 4 maybe, if I'm counting correct. Never mind, couple of missions, but these ones are completely different. These missions will tell you which factions exactly do you have to use. So you're gonna have to use only Astra Militarum and Orks. In the other one you're gonna have only use Blood Angels or Dark Angels and Orks. And in one, Uniting the Clans, you need to use Orks and Orks, nothing else. You can't use any other, I mean, you can't, you shouldn't. So that's the Ghazghkull supplement in short review. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's not much, but it's something. And I'm really sorry that I'm late with the White Wolf reviews. Unfortunately, as I said at the beginning, the local post office and Games Workshop management do not send those or deliver those issues on time for me to review them for Saturday, because I usually got them on Friday evening after the shop closed. I reviewed them. I spent a couple of hours at night, sometimes until 2 or 3 o'clock, to render all those movies, upload them, so we can get them after midnight on Saturday. Unfortunately, it's not probably going to happen anymore. But if you guys enjoy those videos, and if you would like to see them even after the deadline, after the release of White Wolf, please let me know in the comments. Please let me know by on YouTube, on Facebook, on Blogspot, whatever you want. Just leave the comment that if you really want to see those reviews on Monday, Tuesday after the White Wolf has been released, just let me know, okay? I assumed you didn't want to see them, that's why, and I was obviously busy with other things. I didn't want to rush them, I didn't want to do them anyway, so I didn't. But if you want to, I will. So hopefully issue 24 is going to come on time, or issue 25 is going to come on time, and I'm going to get it in my hands this week. I'm going to review it for you, and see you until then.